Welcome back to Total Earwax. In today's video, you'll experience a deep earwax cleaning session with crisp, satisfying ASMR sounds designed to relax your mind. And at the same time, we continue with the chilling ghost story of Cambodian black magic. In part 2, the dark secrets of the border village slowly unfolded, and the shocking truth was revealed. The one behind it all was none other than the abbot of the ancient temple. But that was only the beginning. In part 3, even darker mysteries await, as the curse of black magic begins to spread fear. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, so you can enjoy more satisfying ear-cleaning visuals while immersing yourself in terrifying ghost stories. The scene before him left Tan frozen. The monk, the one the whole village had revered for years, was now kneeling before the altar, his hands stained in blood, his lips whispering ancient Khmer incantations. Mr. Kham tightened his grip on the bamboo staff, his voice low, heavy. I had a feeling, but I never thought it was true. The monk is no longer himself. He has fallen into the dark art of blood sorcery. At the faint sound, the monk slowly turned his head, his eyes no longer kind, now crimson, hollow, like an endless abyss. His voice deep, echoing, strange, unfamiliar. So, you have come. Good. You will witness the day this village is offered my master. Tan stepped forward, his cry breaking. Master, you once taught me that when the Buddha's heart shines, darkness cannot prevail. Why? Why would you do this? For a brief moment, the monk's eyes faltered, a flicker of pain. But then his voice dropped, darker, heavier. I chose this path long ago. This temple was built upon an ancient battlefield. The restless souls of Cambodian and Vietnamese soldiers still linger. They long for release, but the Dharma here is too weak. Only the sorcery of Angkor can bind them. Mr. Kham's tone grew stern. No, you are wrong. You've made yourself a tool for demons. True release cannot come from force, nor from blood and hatred. The monk burst into laughter. A chilling echo filled the temple. You understand nothing. Through this sorcery, I have united these spirits. Once the village is sacrificed, I will command an army of the dead, immortal, unstoppable. As his words ended, the bowl of blood upon the altar ignited, blazing red. From it, shadows began to form. Figures of soldiers, limbless, faces smeared with blood, eyes hollow and lifeless, groans of agony, clashing steel. Echoes shook the hall until the ground itself trembled. Tan staggered back, cold sweat streaming. My God, this is no mere curse. This is an army of the dead. Mr. Kham clenched his jaw. He placed a firm hand on Tan's shoulder, whispering, Stay calm. This is the final step. If the monk completes the ritual, the village is lost. There is only one way. Tan swallowed hard. What way? Kham's eyes glinted with resolve. His grip tightened on the bamboo staff. We must destroy the formation beneath the Buddha statue. That is where the root talisman lies. But to do so, we must face every one of these spirits head on. The air grew thick. The stench of blood filled the hall. The dead advanced, moaning, dragging themselves closer. The true battle had just begun. The great Buddha statue trembled violently. Shadows of fallen soldiers swarmed the hall, eyes glowing red, dragging their steps toward Tan and Master Kham. The air grew thick, as if drained of oxygen. The stench of blood spread across the shrine. Master Kham drew a deep breath. From his sleeve, he pulled out a faded golden talisman. He pressed it into Tan's hand. Hold this tight. This is the ancestral seal. It will hold them back for a moment. I'll find a way to break the formation. Tan grasped the talisman. A searing heat ran through his palm. He stood before Master Kham, heart pounding fast, but refusing to step back. The first phantoms rushed forward. Tan raised the talisman high, chanting the words taught by the old monk. Namo Amitabha Buddha. A golden flare burst out, pushing the spirits back, but only for seconds. They shrieked, then surged again, blades clashing with a deafening screech. At the altar, the monk roared, eyes red as blood. Futile. Once this single incense stick burns out, the ritual will be complete. Then, this whole village will become your grave. Master Kham planted his cane and strode toward the statue. Beneath it, a circle of dried blood glistened, lined with chicken bones, dog bones, and tangled Khmer talismans. At its center, a blackened bronze bowl spewed thick smoke. Muttering incantations, he pulled out a bundle of fiery red incense. He stabbed it deep into the ash before the Buddha. White smoke rose, clashing with the black fumes from the blood bowl. The collision cracked like thunder inside the shrine. The army of the dead wailed, rushing madly. Tan clenched the talisman, teeth gritted, charging forward. Cold hands brushed against him. Sharp blades grazed his skin, but the golden light shielded him from being torn apart. Then he saw it, a familiar face among the phantoms. It was his uncle, the man who had died years ago on the Cambodian border, lifeless eyes, but wet with tears, as if trying to speak. Uncle? Tan choked, his chest tightening. In that moment of hesitation, another spirit swung its blade. Master Kham bellowed, "Do not falter. Keep your mind on the Buddha, or your soul will be devoured." Snapping back, Tan gripped his prayer beads, chanting over and over. The talisman flared brighter, unleashing a wave of golden light. The phantoms shrieked, staggering back in agony. Meanwhile, Master Kham reached the formation. He slammed his bamboo staff down, shouting, "Dark sorcery must be destroyed at its root. Return to nothingness." The staff smashed into the bronze bowl. A thunderous explosion erupted. White light burst across the shrine. The Buddha statue shuddered. All the black smoke was sucked back into the blood circle, then ignited in a blazing fire. The army of the dead howled, their bodies tearing apart in the light. Tan's uncle gazed at him one last time. His eyes softened before fading into nothing. The monk screamed in agony, clutching his head. "No, you've ruined everything. I haven't gathered enough power." The shrine quaked. Roof tiles shattered and fell. Tan dragged Master Kham toward the door. Behind them, the monk collapsed before the Buddha. Blood poured from his mouth. His eyes froze wide open before going still. Flames devoured the formation, lighting up the night sky. But just as relief sank in, Master Kham shook his head. He whispered to Tan, "No, it isn't over. This is only the beginning. The true master of this dark sorcery has yet to appear." Dawn was breaking. Smoke and fire still curled thick from the old temple. Villagers gathered, faces pale, whispers trembling. The main hall had burned, and the head monk lay dead before the Buddha statue. Mr. Kham and Tan stood in silence. Neither spoke a word, because both knew the monk's death was only a sacrifice. The true puppeteer had yet to show his face. That night, when the crowd was gone, Mr. Kham led Tan home. He unlocked an old wooden chest, untouched for decades. Inside lay a withered notebook, its pages yellowed with age. "This is my father's diary," Kham said, voice heavy. "He once fought in the border war in 1979. Tan opened it. The pages were filled with scribbles, some in Vietnamese, others in ancient Khmer script. It told of a Cambodian sorcerer who used dark magic to bind the souls of Vietnamese soldiers, turning them into ghostly warriors, guarding a cursed oath. On the final page was a crude sketch. A tall, thin man, draped in a cloak, eyes glowing red like blood. Tan shivered, because it was the same figure he had once seen outside the fortune teller's house. "His name is Acha Soth," Kham whispered. "A sorcerer feared along the border, thought to be dead for more than 30 years, but perhaps he still lingers. Or at least his spirit does." Tan clenched his fist. "Then this isn't over. What do you think he wants from our village?" Kham gazed out into the dark garden, voice weighed with dread. "Not just the village. He wants to use black magic to open a door, a passage where the dead may cross into the living, and our land is only his first trial." Outside, the wind tore through the bamboo grove. Creaks echoed like the sound of weeping. Tan swallowed hard, a cold premonition stirred in his chest. Then suddenly, a villager pounded on the door, breathless, desperate. "Mr. Kham, something's happening. Cattle are dropping dead. Children are seizing, mumbling strange words." Kham rose at once. His eyes gleamed, cold and sharp. "It has begun. Tan, prepare yourself. This time, it won't be just our village." That night, the village drowned in a suffocating fear. Everywhere echoed the howls of dogs, the shrieks of cats, the cries of children convulsing in agony. A cold wind swept through, carrying the foul metallic stench, like blood, soaked into the earth for centuries. Tan followed closely behind Master Kham, out to the center of the village courtyard. Dozens of villagers had gathered, their faces pale, empty with dread. On the ground, a child sat trembling, eyes rolled back, mouth muttering over and over, "Soth, Soth, open the gate, blood, blood." At those words, terror spread across every face. Master Kham knelt, placed his hand upon the child's forehead, whispered a prayer. But the moment he touched the boy, a piercing scream erupted. The child's body jolted violently, and an invisible force hurled Master Kham backward. Suddenly, an icy gust tore through the courtyard. Every oil lamp flickered, then died. Darkness swallowed the world. From the shadows, a voice emerged, low, hollow, twisting between Khmer and Vietnamese. "You dare defy me? You worthless ants think you can resist the sorcery of Acha Soth?" Tan gripped his prayer beads tight. His body shook. His breath caught in his throat. At the far end of the courtyard, a figure appeared. Tall, gaunt, draped in a black cloak, long tangled hair falling over his face, and eyes burning red, like twin embers in the night. The earth cracked beneath his steps. Dead roots clawed up from the soil, writhing like serpents. Villagers screamed, tried to run, but their feet stuck to the ground. Trapped. One by one, shadowy soldiers emerged, weapons gleaming with an eerie red glow, marching through the village. Master Kham rose, clutching his bamboo staff. His voice thundered, "Acha Soth! For years you've cursed this border with restless spirits, and now you dare set foot on our land? Do you not fear retribution?" Acha Soth laughed, a hollow, chilling laugh that shook the night. "Retribution? I am retribution. The blood of your soldiers fed me. The tortured souls at the border opened the way for my return, and tonight this village will be my altar." He raised his hand high. From the sky descended a swarm of shadows, like ravens, wings beating wildly, blotting out the moon. Children collapsed to the ground, eyes glowing red, mouths groaning in agony. Tan panicked. Turned to Master Kham. "Master, what do we do?" Master Kham's teeth clenched. His hand trembled as he drew out a final talisman. His eyes filled with sorrow. "This is the ancestral seal. It can only be used once. But if I cast it, my life force will be drained. If I don't, no one in this village will survive." He fixed his gaze on Tan, his voice sharp, heavy. "Are you ready? If I fall, you must continue." Tan's chest tightened. He gripped the prayer beads hard, stared into Acha Soth's burning eyes, and with fire in his voice, he answered, "I will not let this village be devoured, no matter the cost." Acha Soth raised both arms. The ground split open. A black abyss tore through the earth. From the pit, rotting hands clawed upward. Corpses dragged themselves free, staggering into the night. The air erupted with shrieks, screams, cries of the dead. The battle had begun. And now, part 3 of the Cambodian black magic story comes to an end. The deeper we go, the darker it becomes, and the terrifying secrets are far from over. In today's video, you've experienced intense deep earwax cleaning, detailed, satisfying, and so real, while immersing yourself in a chilling ghost story you simply can't look away from. But in part 4, things will only grow darker. The curse will begin to swallow the entire village, and the horror will reach a point of no return. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to support the channel. Here at Total Earwax, you can relax with deeply satisfying ear cleaning visuals while sinking into haunting ghost stories you'll never forget. See you in part 4.